Let me tell you about the moment someone realizes their family never actually loved them. Not really. Not unconditionally. It doesn't happen during a fight. It doesn't happen during some dramatic blow-up. It happens in a lawyer's office. When a dead man's final wishes expose every lie you've been told about loyalty, about fairness, about what family really means. This is a story about $500,000. But it's not about the money. It's never about the money. It's about a grandfather who saw the truth. Parents who played favorites for decades. A golden child who never had to grow up. And one person who had to choose between keeping the peace or keeping their dignity. Spoiler alert, they chose themselves. And their entire family made them pay for it. This is what happened when standing up for yourself meant standing completely alone.
Let me take you back to understand how we got here. Growing up, my younger sister Amy was the golden child. Every birthday, every holiday, every achievement, she got the spotlight. When she got a B, it was celebrated. When I got an A, it was expected. I'm not bitter about it. Well, I wasn't. I worked hard, got into a good college, landed a decent job. Meanwhile, Amy bounced between part-time gigs and finding herself. My parents always said the same thing, family comes first. But it was pretty clear which family member they actually meant. Then my grandfather passed away. He was the one person who never played favorites. He'd take me fishing, ask about my life, actually listen. At his funeral, I cried harder than anyone. Not just because I lost him, but because I lost the only person who saw me. 2 weeks later, we gathered for the will reading. My grandfather left $500,000 to each grandchild, me, Amy, and our 2 cousins. Equal amounts. No conditions. For the first time in my life, I felt seen. Like he was saying, you matter just as much. But when the lawyer finished, I looked at my parents. Their faces had fallen. My mom's jaw was tight. My dad wouldn't make eye contact. That night, they showed up at my apartment. No warning. Just knocked on the door at 9 p.m. My mom sat on my couch, and my dad stood by the window. Then she said it. You know Amy needs this money more than you do. She's struggling. You're doing fine. Granddad would want you to help your sister. It's what family does. I felt my stomach drop. He left us equal amounts. That's what he wanted. My dad cut in. Don't be selfish. This isn't about what's fair, it's about what's right. I said no. I told them Granddad made his wishes clear, and I wasn't going to disrespect that. My mom's face went cold. So that's it. You're going to tear this family apart over money. I'm not tearing anything apart. I'm honoring what Granddad wanted. They left without another word. But the calls started immediately. First Amy, crying about how she couldn't afford rent. Then my aunt, saying I was being cruel. Then my uncle, asking if I'd lost all sense of family values. My mom organized a family meeting at their house. I knew it was a trap, but I went anyway. I walked in, and everyone was there: parents, Amy, aunts, uncles, even my cousins who'd gotten their own inheritances. For 2 hours, they took turns. You're being greedy. Granddad would be ashamed. Amy's always struggled, and you've always had it easy. Just give her half, you don't need all that money. I kept repeating the same thing. This is what Granddad wanted. I'm not giving up my inheritance. Finally, my dad stood up and said, then you're not part of this family anymore. After that meeting, everything changed. My parents blocked my number. Amy posted on Facebook about her selfish sibling who chose money over family. She didn't name me, but everyone knew. The comments were brutal. I was uninvited from Thanksgiving, Christmas, my cousin's wedding. My mom told relatives I'd changed and wasn't the person they thought I was. I'd wake up at 3 a.m., wondering if I was the villain in this story. Maybe I was selfish. Maybe I should have just given Amy the money. Maybe keeping the peace was worth more than $500,000. I felt completely alone. The people who were supposed to love me unconditionally had made their love very, very conditional. 3 months into the silent treatment, I called my grandmother my mom's mom. She was the only one who hadn't taken sides. Sweetheart, she said, I need to tell you something your parents don't want you to know. She explained that my parents had been pressuring my grandfather to change his will for years. They wanted him to leave everything to Amy, or at least give her a bigger share. He refused every time. Your grandfather told me, I'm leaving it equal because they're both my grandchildren, and I love them both the same. If their parents can't see that, it's not my problem to fix. She continued, he knew exactly what would happen. He knew your parents would pressure you. That's why he made it ironclad, no loopholes, no conditions. He wanted you to have this. Don't let them bully you out of it. For the first time in months, I cried. Not from sadness, but relief. Someone believed me. Someone saw what was happening. I kept the inheritance. Every single dollar. I paid off my student loans, $80,000 gone in one payment. I put a down payment on a small house. I started a business I'd been dreaming about for years. 6 months later, Amy reached out. She apologized. She admitted our parents had been in her ear constantly, telling her I owed her, that I was being cruel. She said, I was wrong. I'm sorry. We're rebuilding our relationship slowly. She's actually doing better now. She got a stable job and stopped relying on our parents for everything. My parents. We don't talk. They send cards on my birthday, but they're signed Mom and Dad, no personal message. I've accepted that they may never apologize. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because here's what I learned, family isn't about blood. It's about respect. And I'd rather have my dignity than buy love that was never real.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. Your parents played a long game and lost. They tried to manipulate a dead man's wishes through you, and when that didn't work, they threw a tantrum. That's not family. That's a hostage situation. And Amy? She got the wake-up call she needed. Sometimes the best thing you can do for someone is not bail them out. You forced her to grow up. And she did. Your grandfather gave you a gift. Not just money. Permission. Permission to stop shrinking yourself to make other people comfortable. You took it. And that's why you're the hero of the story, not the villain.